Metal and commodity markets set to explode. What this means for us with some trader charts. Hello, this is Chart GPT today. I remember Kanye West, and I guess he changed out all his teeth. He had some pretty good teeth. He turned them into metal or something, but everything's metal here. The metal markets are exploding. And here's an article come out. It's about a month ago, actually. Copper prices climbed to 2024 highs, and they're climbing even higher. Citi calls the market is set for a second bull market this century. They call those commodity super cycles. We're going to take a look at this. It's going to take a look at some trader charts, more of a long-term trader charts here to see what these things look like. Here's the gold prices. Of course, gold has broken through that barrier there, and it's on its way. We're thinking it's going to get at least to 3,200. Some people are calling much higher. So I think it'll first get up there and kind of just fill out that channel, and then begin to decide whether it wants to go even higher. It's primarily being driven by inflation fears and geopolitical fears. So these are the things that are concerning people, and plus people bid up the markets in terms of the stocks, so they're looking for something else to invest in. So why not get into the commodities? I think that'll be a similar theme throughout this. Here's the silver. Now, the interesting thing about silver, it tends to be complementary to gold as a precious metal, but I think you can see here that we're looking to meet the old highs back in the early 2010s. We could get up to about to 50, maybe even higher on a super spike here, so we'll see how far it goes, but we're just going to take it a step at a time. That's already a pretty good gain right there. So it's busted through the highs recently, so we're thinking it might get as high as 50. On the same issues as gold. Of course, though on a percentage basis, that's a lot better. Now, copper is already busted through almost to the top of this kind of channel here. It's a little bit kind of drawn funny there. But I think it may have hit its run, because there's two things about copper. Copper's always been a proxy for the economy and how well it's doing. And the economy's not doing well, but the copper prices are going up. So there's a little bit of trading there, but there's some supply concerns coming out of some of the mines there down in South America, as well as in Australia, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it may have had its run, but it might go higher. So it'll maybe back off this little channel hit or hit that old high and then back off a bit and decide if it goes forward. All these markets will probably move in tandem. Here's the nickel futures. Now, there's been unrest down in New Caledonia down there. It's been quite serious, actually. There's been a few people that died, in fact, and the French are having a hard time controlling the populations there. And so this is there's a major nickel producer down there, so this is something that's concerning people, and so nickel prices are starting to climb. Some people think it's got a long way to go here, get back up to the old highs there in 2022. There was a bit of a spike there. So these things can happen here. You can see where it's been, so it's not relatively that high relative to what it has been in the past. So nickel prices are on the rise. So here's the deal. This is the commodity index. Now, if you look at the commodity index, it's been fairly low, not the lowest it's been. Of course, they had that COVID low, but it's in a nice flag, and it's been rounding the bottom, and I think it's set to explode. So these commodity, we're in a commodity super cycle, so leading by the metals, but it could extend into some of the softs, grains, and others. We also seen cocoa futures are up. So we're in I think we're going to be hitting, I think Citi was correct, we're hitting a kind of a super cycle. And of course, what does this mean? Well, it means obviously inflation, because all these products are built into the base products of what we buy, and so that's going to push prices even higher. And as the inflationary effects hit in, they're going to have to print more money, et cetera, et cetera. Then that whole the whole inflation cycle continues. So this is not good news if you're watching the inflation situation. It means the Fed may not lower rates, but at the same time, you know, the economic situation is not great. So that's the other side of the coin here. The other side of the coin is that the economies are not that great, so it may not justify a huge super cycle. And of course, there's that question mark there, is if we hit a geopolitical situation, then all bets are off, and who knows where we're going with that. In any case, take our online poll. Does the recent gains in metal markets have a lot further to go up? And read our AI write-up about commodity super cycles and what causes them, and what you may want to know more information about that. Check that out in the description box, the post link, and don't forget to subscribe.